So I was asked about some keys for hope, and I'd like to share one with you. It is a chapter. You may be familiar with it, you may not. But what I do know is it's one of the most powerful things you'll ever hear because it comes from the most powerful source, the Word. The year of the Lord's favor. The Spirit of the Sovereign Lord is on me because the Lord has anointed me to proclaim good news to the poor. He has sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim freedom for the captives and release from darkness for the prisoners, to proclaim the year of the Lord's favor and the day of vengeance of our God, to comfort all who mourn and provide for those who grieve in Zion, to bestow upon them a crown of beauty instead of ashes, the oil of joy instead of mourning, and a garment of praise instead of a spirit of despair. They will be called oaks of righteousness, a planting of the Lord for the display of his splendor. They will rebuild the ancient ruins and restore the places long devastated. They will renew the ruined cities that have been devastated for generations. Strangers will shepherd your flocks. Foreigners will work your fields and vineyards. And you will be called priests of the Lord. You will be named ministers of our God. You will feed on the wealth of nations, and in their riches you will boast. Instead of your shame, you will receive a double portion, and instead of disgrace, you will receive in your inheritance. You will rejoice in your inheritance. And you will inherit a double portion in your land, and everlasting joy will be yours. For I, the Lord, love justice. I hate robbery and wrongdoing. In my faithfulness, I will reward my people and make an everlasting covenant with them. Their descendants will be known among the nations and their offspring among the peoples. All who see them will acknowledge that they are a people the Lord has blessed. I delight greatly in the Lord. My soul rejoices in my God, for he hath clothed me with garments of salvation and arrayed me in a robe of his righteousness. As a bridegroom adorns his head like a priest, and as a bride adorns herself with her jewels. For as the soil makes the sprout come up, and a garden causes seeds to grow, so the sovereign Lord will make righteousness and praise spring up before all nations. That is Isaiah 61, the whole chapter. So that's 61 through 11. When you think about the year of the Lord's favor, isn't that what we truly want? Where God is saying, I'm going to bind up the brokenhearted. I'm going to release you from the dark prison you've been in. I am going to take vengeance for you so you don't have to do anything and you can rest in my glory. I will bring joy instead of mourning. I will give you garments of praise and instead of a spirit of despair, and they will be called oaks of righteousness, a planting of the Lord for the display of his splendor. If you've heard me talk about the acorn and the oak tree before, the Lord promises these things. It's not me. He promises to do these things. And oftentimes we don't go to the Bible, one, because maybe we don't think about it, two, maybe we didn't learn to do it, and maybe number three, we don't know what it means. You know, you have to have some type of interpretation to get some of these passages. And what I can say is this is all about how resting in the Lord heals.